I'm searching for a visual language adequate to the energy I carry inside, and I have a lot of energy when it comes to visual art. My challenge is how to deliver that strong emotion to the viewer, how not to stifle it by the Soviet training I received back in Russia. The classical training was very solid and great, however constraining. Thank God there is modern art. I don't know what I'd do without it. First, I discovered Edvard Munch, then German Expressionism, Karl Appel, and the Norwegian artist Bent Lindström, just to name a few of my early influences. Finally, I'm creating 19th century kind of stilted compositions with heavy expressionistic brushwork, thick style impasto. I always begin with drawing. I come up with pretty basic composition. Then I do numerous sketches to work out expression, to test out the flow of energy. I work out the details, the face. Then the format gets increasingly larger as I get more and more comfortable with my energy. Then I go onto a really large format. And then the most exciting brushwork begins. I start this dance of testing how my hand moves. I always keep in mind the facial expression and the content of the drawing, and yet how I feel while doing this is very important to me. Next, I try out colors. And then when I'm reasonably satisfied with the preliminary work, I begin my painting on canvas. I always try not to overmix to preserve the vibrancy of colors. I try not to overly prepare by working out every little detail in advance. I don't want to lose the danger factor in creating a picture. I like it as an adventure, as diving into the unknown. I draw with brush, wipe things out, let the washes drip and slide. As accidents happen, I make quick decisions. Should I correct this or keep it? In fact, some mistakes make the image richer.
I've known Dimitri for quite a number of years. Actually, I'm not even sure how long, but it's been a very long time, as a student, and I've been very interested in his development as a painter, and I find that he's an extraordinary painter. His work is developed in a brilliant sort of way, particularly in this kind of language that he's using right now, that's associated with the paintings of Soutine, Frank Auerbach. The development of the surface is something that's really, really astonishing. You don't see that kind of thing very, very often. The whole notion of this luxuriance of paint, this kind of musicality of paint, where the hands and the top of the cello are sweeping in this direction, and this very, very thick impasto here does so many things. It moves, and it becomes almost sculptural at the same time. People don't either they're too cheap or something but they don't use the amount of material that Dimitri uses in these things. The materiality, the musicality of these things are really brilliant there. And he's a really good painter, and I'm really fond of his work.
My language lies somewhere in between a strong, decisive gesture and the preservation of uncertainty. At least for the time being.